Hello, 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 hello. Sarah Olivieri here with your weekly Pivot Points live broadcast with tips for leaders of all kinds of businesses, but especially my favorite nonprofit organizations, leaders primarily who are often called executive directors. My preference is to call them CEOs, which they are. And today we're going to be talking about a key concept around building foundations. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, I go live every Wednesday after my coaching call with my Thrive clients. And so these are the real issues, the real nuggets that are coming out of the tips that they're getting in their coaching call each week. Now, today we kind of sunk into the importance of building foundations rather than just kind of slapping on Band-Aid fixes or doing something quick to get a result that leaves you still foundationless. The trick of foundations, and let's just go over some examples first. So this might be core branding work. In the impact method, we call this the heart of the brand. And it's where we really dive into who you are as an organization. And as my client Jennifer shared today, doing that work felt hard. It felt tedious. It felt mind-bending at times. It felt a little uncomfortable. And the thing about foundational work like that is the immediate result is not more money. The immediate result is not a better team. The immediate result is, well, actually, sometimes the immediate result is joy. Oftentimes, when you do this work with your team, the immediate result is the team feels more aligned. But what else has been built is the foundation that you are now going to use to amplify things like bringing in more money. It is now both easier to bring in more money because you built that solid foundation. It is less expensive to bring in more money. And all of your efforts will work better because you did that foundational work. Same goes for building out your marketing, getting the right setup, the right tools in place, taking some time to kind of put together some processes and some systems are going to make a huge difference later on, right? So immediately, it's not actually going to get any marketing out the door. But if you just like grow, quick, just throw a bunch of things out the door and don't have any organizational foundation, you might find yourself with a hot mess that's actually kind of tricky and even more time consuming to clean up when you get to the point that it absolutely has to be cleaned up because it's now preventing you from growing than it would have taken to kind of put in the foundation in the first place. So often building the foundation, right? That's not the most glamorous part when you think about building a house. And I'm thinking about somebody down the road from me is building a house. And they kind of quickly built a road, their driveway. And now it's taking almost a year just to kind of get the land set up so that they can put in a foundation. And I've certainly seen foundations go in. It's not glamorous work. You know, you have to put in besides the foundation, right? Before the foundation, you have to get approval to have your septic system or however you're tying in all these kind of totally not glamorous functions, but how's the basic in and out of electricity and water and waste going to work for this new house? Those are all kind of fundamental parts related to the foundation. But if you just start, picking out wallpaper and buying furniture and you don't have a great foundation to build your house on, and you just kind of built a beautiful house on a very crumbly foundation or no foundation at all, it's going to fall apart before too long. And you're probably going to have to rebuild and do that foundational work regardless anyway. So our nugget for today is, even though it's not the most glamorous part of growth, for those of you who have done that foundational work, have seen the enormous benefits that it has, then you know already that it is worth every moment of discomfort, unglamorousness. I don't think that's a word. So I want to know, and for those of you who haven't yet, I want you to find a way to enjoy this work, to just try it once, right? Once you try it, building a solid foundation once, you will see such rewards come again and again and again. So I want to know your feedback. Have you done foundational work in an area of your business, whether it's around the core of who you are, your core branding? Is it around marketing? Is it possibly around setting up your financial systems and processes? Could it be around automating things in your organization? Maybe it's around building processes around hiring people, around supporting your team members, right? What are the kinds of foundational things that you have taken the time to build right, and what have been the benefits? And I also want to know if you have examples of times that you did not build a foundation and what was the final result, what ultimately happened. So send me your comments, put them in the chat, send them to me by email. If you would like more of these tips to come by email and you'd like to get notifications about when I'm going live, go to pivotground.com/sign up. And if you would like to be one of the thrivers who gets to work with me for an hour every week, custom tailored to your issues, your challenges, where we are building those foundations and seeing those results, by all means, apply for the Thrive program at pivotground.com/application. And I will see you next week.